Melania Trump is a Slovenian and American former model who served as the First Lady of the United States from 2017 to 2021 as the wife of Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States. She is the first naturalized citizen to become First Lady, the second foreign-born First Lady after Louisa Adams, and the second Catholic First Lady after Jacqueline Kennedy. As her husband was re-elected in the 2024 presidential election, Trump is set to return to her role as First Lady on January 20, 2025, following her husband's inauguration. She will become the second First Lady in history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms after Grover Cleveland's wife Frances Cleveland. Early life and education. Melania Trump, born in 1970 in Novo Mesto, Yugoslavia, was raised by her father Victor Trump, a Communist Party member, and her mother Amalija, a pattern maker at Jutranska. The family lived in a state-run housing complex in Sevnica, where they were well off and frequently traveled to other parts of Europe. Melania's interest in fashion began as a child, and she began customizing and sewing clothes. As a teenager, she moved to a 2-story house in Sevnica with her family. Melania was influenced by the United States, particularly the rise of CNN International and global fashion. She attended the Secondary School for Design and Photography in Ljubljana and later enrolled in the Faculty of Architecture and Civil and Geodetic Engineering at the University of Ljubljana. Early modeling career. Melania, discovered by Slovenian fashion photographer Stane Jerko at 16, began her modeling career in Europe. She won a modeling contest with Sinasita, but rejected the prize due to sexual proposition. Melania now took on an alternate spelling and traveled Europe for modeling work. She was named runner-up in the Jana magazine Look of the Year contest in 1992 and signed with RVR Reklam in Milan. Melania traveled Europe for modeling jobs, including a role as the first female president of the United States in 1993. In 1995, she met Metropolitan Models co-owner Paolo Zampalli, a friend of her future husband Donald Trump. Zampalli urged Melania to move to New York, where she lived a healthy lifestyle and avoided drinking and partying. Melania was featured in a sexually explicit photo shoot for Max in 1997, but her travel visa did not allow her to work in the U.S. She received an H-1B visa and her first major job was a Camel cigarette ad. Marriage and family. In 1998, Melania Zampalli introduced her to real estate mogul Donald Trump at a party. They met at the Kit Kat Club, and Melania insisted on giving him his own number. They began dating, and Melania had access to Trump's book Trump, The Art of the Comeback. They held a press conference, claiming to be world famous and set to appear in a movie alongside Mickey Rourke. Their relationship initially lasted a few weeks, but Melania reunited with Donald the following week. Donald's fame and connections gave her new career opportunities, and she continued her modeling career after meeting Donald. In 1999, the couple gained attention after an interview with Howard Stern, where he asked lewd sexual questions. Donald announced his candidacy for the Reform Party presidential nomination on October 7, 1999, and Melania supported the move. Melania was one of the first models recruited to Donald's modeling agency, Trump Model Management, and appeared in several magazines and advertisements. In January 2000, news broke that Melania and Donald had broken up, but they kept in contact and reunited a few months later. Melania received her green card in 2001, granting her permanent residency in the United States. She moved in together at Trump Tower in 2002 and made her first appearance on Donald's game show The Apprentice in April 2004. Melania Trump proposed to Donald Trump on April 26, 2004, and they married on January 22, 2005, at the Bethesda-by-the-Sea Church in Palm Beach, Florida. The couple had 3 residences, with Melania having a private spa on the top floor of Trump Tower. They preferred a passive relationship, with Melania accepting a transaction element in their relationship. Melania became stepmother to Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Tiffany Trump from his first marriage to Ivana Zelnikova, and made sure she felt included among her step-siblings. When Melania became pregnant, it was widely covered in the media, and she spent the months with her sister and her parents, who visited throughout the pregnancy. She oversaw the construction of a nursery in Trump Tower and insisted that the toys and gifts she received be donated to a children's hospital. On March 20, 2006, Melania and Donald had a son, Baron William Trump. Melania chose her son's middle name, while Donald chose his first name. After Baron was born, Melania was active in his life and spent less time attending events with her husband. Donald began courting supermodels again, which made Melania uncomfortable. Melania stayed out of the public spotlight after settling into her life as a Trump, except for occasional charity work and an appearance in an Aflac commercial. She became a citizen of the United States on July 28, 2006, and she and Baron maintained dual citizenship, both in the United States and Slovenia. Net worth. Melania Trump is a Slovenian model and former First Lady of the United States who has a net worth of $50 million. Business ventures. Melania Trump trademarked her name, Melania, in 2009 for a jewelry brand, selling affordable pieces on QVC. She designed designs based on New York, Palm Beach, and Paris. In 2011, she developed a caviar-infused skincare line, Melania Mark Skincare, which never launched due to a legal case with the company, New Sunshine, claiming a sweetheart deal. The case was settled out of court, settling Melania's $50 million in lost revenue. Donald Trump 2016 presidential campaign. Personal life during the campaign. Melania convinced Donald Trump to campaign for president in the 2016 election, stating she would not be pressured into campaigning or attending events. She played a small role in the campaign, citing the need to stay home with her son Baron. Melania believed Donald would win, encouraging him to follow his instincts and not use profane language. She closely analyzed the campaign from home, following polling and watching Donald interact with his opponents. She spoke to Donald regularly, giving a candid evaluation of his performance after each rally. Campaign involvement. Melania's modeling career was advantageous during the campaign, as she was prepared for photographers and did not need a fashion consultant. She resisted being called shy and made her earliest speaking appearances in November 2015 and February 2016. The campaign wanted her to humanize Donald and appeal to the American dream from an immigrant's perspective. Melania trusted Hope Hicks's judgment and made rare appearances in swing states, celebrating his personal traits instead of policy. Melania's approval of Mike Pence contributed to his selection. 2018 Africa Tour. In 2018, Melania took a tour of Africa without Donald, visiting Ghana, Malawi, Kenya, and Egypt. She visited children in schools, orphanages, and hospitals, promoting relief work by the U.S. Agency for International Development. Melania faced criticism for her fashion choices and her actions, including a photo opportunity in front of the Great Sphinx of Giza and a pith helmet in Kenya. Personality conflicts arose between her team and Mira Rickerdale, the Deputy National Security Advisor. Rickerdale's negative report on Melania's staff led to her being fired. A dispute arose between Melania and Ivanka, who took a similar trip to Africa. After the White House, 2021, present. After the Trumps left the White House, Melania returned to Mar-a-Lago, avoiding public attention. She retained White House advisor Marsha Lee Kelly and kept in contact with Jill Biden. Since her tenure, she has made occasional speaking appearances, founded a scholarship program, and minted Apollo 11-themed tokens. Melania remained out of public view during her husband's court appearances and 2024 presidential election, but became more visible in July 2024 and announced her intention to publish a memoir. Public image. Melania Trump, the First Lady of the United States, has faced numerous public criticism and rumors, including her secret animosity towards her husband and her delayed move to the White House. Despite her dislike for being seen as helpless, she found the campaign amusing and began using the hashtag #FreeMelania. Melania's fashion has also been heavily scrutinized, with expensive pieces criticized. She has been seen as the first foreigner First Lady, a point of national pride in Slovenia and a source of national recognition. During the 2016 presidential election, Melania's approval rating increased to 57% after allegations of adultery. She finished her tenure as the least popular First Lady with a rating of 42%, making her the most popular member of the Trump family. In 2020, the Siena College Research Institute released a study ranking her as the worst of 40 assessed American First Ladies, receiving the lowest assessments in all metrics.